He has dementia and Alzheimer's disease, and his disappearance Friday had family fearing the worst. But tonight, a local Vietnam veteran has been found safe. Good evening, I'm Jeff Vallon. Thanks for joining us. Waverly Northington was missing more than 50 hours. First Coast News' Lana Harris joins us live with how he was found and where he is now. Lana?
Yeah, Jeff, this story really just gives me the chills because he apparently found his own way back home, not even realizing where he was or that he'd been missing for 2 days. And his daughter says that when she asked him how he got back here, she says that he told him he felt something led him here. Now, here's the thing. She says that he's been lost a couple of times. So she's walked him around their neighborhood a few times, just trying to teach him landmarks about where he lives. But with his dementia, he could just never remember. So on Friday, Northington got out, slept somewhere. We had over 100 officers between JSO, Clay County, and JFRD searching for him with canines and horses. And the man who we're told couldn't tell you what day it is made it behind their townhome, climbed through a hole in the fence, and fell asleep back there. So this morning, her neighbor's dogs apparently saw or felt him back there. You know how dogs have that scent. And she says that they incessantly started barking. So her neighbor went to check their security video and saw him back there, alerted the police, and his daughter says she still can't explain how this happened. Now, we're told that he is in the hospital now in stable condition, just dehydrated, but his daughter says that she is so grateful to everyone in this community. This post was shared hundreds of times on social media, on Twitter and on Facebook. People just on the lookout for him. JSO, everything they did, all of their efforts, she said it's been such an amazing thing to see this community come together, and she is so thankful that her father is safe. Here in Jacksonville, I'm Lana Harris, First Coast News on your side.